I am so sorry for the air conditioner that you are about to hear in the background of this. My bad. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jenica. How's it going? Nice to meet you. I filmed this video a year ago, and of course, I didn't film an intro or an outro because I don't know how to do this YouTube thing. So this is editing me here. Hi, welcome. So yeah, this video is another haul because I have a problem. This haul is a little bit of Shein, a little bit of Torrid, a whole lot of booty. If that sounds like something that you're into, keep on watching. Okay, first two items we have is this basic gray t-shirt and these brown linen type pants. They fit great, but they are like pretty thin material, so it depends on kind of what you're looking for. They don't feel great quality, but that was okay for me because I intentionally wanted them to be like really thin because I want to wear them on vacation. I want them to be like, you know, airy and breathable and flowy. So, you know, they served my purpose. My only critique is that the drawstring is like stupid long for no reason. The t-shirt is fine. It's honestly like pretty thick material. It's long, you know, no issues. Just a cute basic t-shirt. Okay, same t-shirt, but we have these pants. So they're brown. I love like the neutral kind of colors right now, but they are showing all the cellulite, all the rolls. Like they are very thin, but like I like the linen material from the last pair better. These ones, like it's still giving like cotton, like sweatpants sort of material, but it is thin. So I don't know, it's very interesting, like interesting to try on. They're a little bit long, but I could not fuck with the cellulite it was giving me. I mean, they were comfy, but I wasn't trying to buy pajamas, so not really my thing. I'm pulling them up here to see if they can be like capris, and they kind of can, like still kind of loosey, but not great, honestly. Not a huge fan. Not my favorite. What do you guys think? Okay, now we have these interesting like jegging type things. They were surprisingly comfortable. Cute little drawstring, no issues there. The rips were weird though. Like I felt like they were very intentional. They did not look like, you know, distressed on accident, which I guess is what I prefer, like natural lived in kind of distress. So I wasn't really fucking with these, but they did fit well, and they were like a good kind of cropped length for me. They looked fine under the t-shirt. Yeah, no real issues. I don't know, I didn't like, oh, man, my butt looks decent, but I didn't like how the distressed pattern looked. It just, yeah, no. Oh, shout out to them having real pockets though. That's always a win. So these were actually surprisingly cute and comfy considering, like I said, Shein quality can sometimes be a hit and a miss. So these are like cropped and have like a cute little fold on the bottom, but they feel like literal leggings. So they're different than like Torrid jeggings, which I'm used to. Torrid jeggings still feel like denim. These did not feel like denim. These literally so cute, so comfy, felt like I could shake my ass in these things, and I was supported and not going anywhere. Feel like the wash is cute. Literally no complaints. Oh, so for transparency purposes, I just want to mention like where I was in my weight loss sort of journey with this. Since I filmed this a long time ago, I am smaller again now, but this was at the height of my regain. So I was like 325 here. My heaviest was 360, and I think my lowest was like 265, and right now I'm at 290. So I'm a little all over the place. So just, you know, that's where we are in the timeline. Okay, next we have these army green little cargo pants. They are a bit long on me, and unfortunately they don't have like an elastic on the bottom, so you can tell. But the pockets do actually have pockets, which is good because sometimes with these like cheap pants, they don't. She does hug the belly a little bit, but they are still comfortable. You know, there's space. It's just obviously you can see the belly. So they are very comfortable. The drawstring is a little long, but I mean, besides that, no complaints really. Now we have a pair of like green sweatish pants. Like they're very loose and lightweight, but they are made of like more of like a cotton material similar to the brown ones that I tried on. These ones are super big and like comfy though, so I don't know, they're giving like parachute pants though, and I don't know if that's necessarily what I intended, but they are hella comfy. And they have the elastic on the bottom, so I could pull them up and wear them like capris if that's what I wanted. But I don't know, I feel like they're just okay. What do you guys think? Okay, now we have another pair of these jean jegging type things with a new t-shirt. The t-shirt is literally basically the exact same. It's just in blue instead of gray. Same quality, same thickness, same brand. My only gripe with the jeggings really is that you can see under the pocket there that the distressing comes up a little too far for me. It just, you can kind of see my underbelly poking out and it's not the most comfortable, but it's not like a huge deal. I do find that the distressing looks more natural on these. I like the little cuff at the bottom. My butt looks decent. The pockets are actually pockets. The wash is good. They're comfortable. So really it's just the distressing again that's not my favorite. But I do think that the distressing is more natural than the other pair. So like we're going in the right direction. Now we have another t-shirt and jegging duo. These jeggings are interesting. They have no button. The pockets are real, but the back is like this super ruched diaper material. I know that that doesn't sound the best, but I just was not used to that. It wasn't particularly comfortable. I think it was supposed to be so that like, so it can fit all like different butts without a gap, but I don't know, I didn't feel like that was really necessary for me, so it was just odd. The t-shirt, you can tell I'm not the most comfortable in it like I like the color, but it's a wee bit shorter than the other ones and it's a little bit more form-fitting, so not my favorite. Now these brown pants, girl, I couldn't even get my ass into them. They're supposed to be like capris. They had a nice elastic on the bottom so that I could adjust the height, but the squishy material just was not stretchy and they would not go up over my hips. So she's a no girl. These ones were cute in theory and I was sad to return them because I got them up over my belly, but I could just feel that they were way too tight, and like if I bent over or like squatted or something, like I can just see them ripping. I feel like the pattern was good because patterns on pants like this tend to hide the shape of your belly, but they were just too tight, unfortunately, so they had to go back. In similar news, these jeggings would not button up for the life of me. They were cute in theory, but they were just so tight. No point in keeping them. I got them zipped, but as you can see, a girl was struggling, so I'm not going to keep something that I'm not comfortable in. The t-shirt, on the other hand, was fine. I feel like it was more similar to the first two. It was long and comfy and decent quality, but the jeggings were not. You know, I've had some bangers when it comes to like the patterned pants from Torrid, but these just, they were not it. What is with the Shein pants and the ridiculously long drawstrings, first of all? Second of all, they really just weren't doing me any favors. They were a wee bit tight in the belly area, but they were nice and flowy in the leg. I just feel like the pattern was like fine. It seemed a little washed out. Like, in theory, it was good because I planned on taking them on vacation, which is giving like tropical vibes, but I don't know, they looked better in my head than they actually did on my body. Literally the exact same comments for these pants. Like, honestly, looking at the footage now, I'm like, girl, what were you thinking? These do not look good. These are not cute. Again, like in my head, I thought that they would be cute and they would be a vibe and like nice and flowy, but they just did not fit like that. They were a bit too tight in the belly area, even though they were good on the leg and they had the elastic bottom. Yeah, I don't know. They just weren't really serving what I wanted them to serve, and they weren't as comfy as I wanted them to be because they were a bit tight. So they went back just like the green ones, but in theory, they would have been cute. They just not a good execution for me. Honestly, I feel like doing this haul just made me feel even worse about my weight regain because the sizes are all over the place. Like, even though everything so far has been from Shein, like Shein itself has different brands within it. So, like, the sizing was just all over the place. Like, the jeans didn't fit even though they were like a 4X, but then the shirt is the same size as the other ones, but it fit bigger. So I actually ended up liking the t-shirt because it was long and like comfy and I didn't feel like super insecure about it, like the way it fit. But the pants made me feel like shit. So I don't know, man. Just the t-shirt at least was a win. I ended up getting a lot of t-shirts hoping that I could match them with the pants, and then I ended up hating all the pants. So there's that. Seriously, with this t-shirt, I had to go back in the footage I've already edited and be like, didn't I already do this? Because I got so many t-shirts. This one is a little bit darker than the other beige one that I got, and honestly, they both fit pretty similar. I'm pretty sure I ended up keeping this one instead of the beige one just because I like the color of it a little bit more, but most of the t-shirts fit pretty similar, so we're good. Okay, now moving on to the whole reason why, I placed an order is raincoats. I needed a new one. So this is the first one from Shein, and it's fine. Like, it fit. I just feel like it was very weird. Like, it was too long, and then it had that gap of material in the front. I don't know what that was about. And then the only way to cinch the waist was through tying these two strings that were dangling from the middle. So, I mean, it wasn't my favorite. Like, it did the job. It was just, I don't know, odd. And I couldn't get past the two mud flaps just waving along in the wind at the front there. So I tried to find something better. And I mean, this one was better. It didn't have like the mud flap situation. It just didn't really do anything for me. It was giving box, I think, because it didn't really have a way to cinch the waist. So I don't know. It was just okay. Again, I was hoping for something better. The length was good. The zipper was good. I didn't necessarily love that you have the buttons over top of the zipper, but that's really just me nitpicking. Now we have the star of the show, if you ask me, strictly because I'm just such a pajama whore. So these are just a simple pair of pajamas. It says weekend along the chest there. It says weekend on the bottoms. An important thing to note, though, is that the little bow on the center there is just sewn on. It's not actually a drawstring. It doesn't do anything. So make sure you're getting your correct size. But I actually really like these pajamas. I wear them all the time. They're super lightweight and comfy, cozy, appropriate for any season, in my opinion. So I love them. Okay, now the most random item, but honestly, probably the best one to come out of this haul. These thongs, man, it was like 5 for $12 or something, so super affordable. They are the stretchiest thong on the planet, and they're made out of this like microfiber material that wicks sweat really well. I wear them all the time. Like, I am literally obsessed. Look, it's like a fucking slingshot, man. So good. So good. This is another random item. I've never really worn hats. Even in the year since I filmed this, I've only worn this like twice. But I wear it when I go on walks to like prevent my forehead from getting sunburned. It's a nice neutral color, and then it has the hole in the back for a ponytail. So when I'm in the mood and I'm worried about getting burnt, it is good to have. So there's that. Okay, now moving along to this stuff from Torrid. This is like a raincoat, and it's interesting for two reasons. One, this is a size 1. It's the only size that they had, but it still fit me, even though I was more like a 2, sometimes a 3 at this point. And then the second is the drawstring. So it's like 2 strings in the middle, but they have that little contraption on the ends that like allow you to move it back and forward so you can like hold it at a tighter position. So I don't know if I'm explaining that really well, but it's unique. I thought it was going to be like a belt to cinch the waist, and it's definitely not. It does the job, but it's just, something that I wasn't used to, and I had to finesse a little bit. I also don't love that you have the buttons going over top of the zipper, mostly because I don't like these buttons. The buttons are very weird in that they are so stuck together, like they're very magnetized and hard to undo, but they're also not sewn on very strong. So I ended up breaking the pocket because I couldn't get the buttons apart without breaking the thread attaching the pocket to the button. It was very weird. It's just they need to be either sewn on stronger, like more thread, or the buttons need to be less strong and hard to separate, because not a good combo. Now we have this little duo. The pants were cute in theory. They were the perfect length. The material was super lightweight, comfortable, stretchy, good waistband, pockets, like all the things. I just feel like I'm learning that the light bottoms are not really my friend. They tend to really highlight the cellulite on my thighs, and that's a big insecurity for me. So I think going forward, I gotta kind of steer away from the light colored plain pants. I don't know. This haul was just not a very good pant haul for me. I didn't have great luck. At least the t-shirt worked out. I do tend to prefer Torrid's crew necks, but they only had this color in a v-neck, so I did still get it. It's the same, material. It's the same fit. Still super comfy. It's just a different look than the crew neck, but, I don't have many v-necks, so I thought I'd give it a try. Now we have this shirt. Honestly, I really like this shirt. I think it was very flattering. The color was like so interesting, like very like bright fuchsia, like in your face. Like, I don't know, I don't have anything in my closet that was this color. The straps were thicker, which I liked. The material was cute. It hugged the girls, it flowed out, hides my apple belly, like all the things, honestly. I mean, the only thing that could be better is maybe sleeves, but that's just because I hate my arms. Now we have this dress from Torrid, and honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a dress quite like this. It's giving like abstract art in clothing form. Like, I don't know, I liked kind of the pastel colors. I thought it was very interesting and unique. The material was very flowy and lightweight, perfect for summer, perfect for vacation. Fit really well. Like, I love the dresses that like hug the girls and then flow out like that, so it kind of hides the belly. It was a good length too, like came right to my knee, and yeah, no complaints aside from the fact that it could have sleeves, but that's just me being particular. Now we have this jumpsuit, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit of a jumpsuit hoe at the minute. I recognize that they're not the most flattering with my apple body kind of shape. They do kind of hug the belly. I could wear Spanx if I cared enough, but to me, that defeats the purpose of how comfy they are, and that is why I love these things. I will say that the length is a little bit weird on me. They're not quite full length, but they're not quite capris. They come like just above my ankle, so that's a little bit weird. The straps were also kind of loose, but they're adjustable, so I just need to tighten them up. The pattern was decent too, honestly, kind of plain. It hides the belly more than like a solid color does. So yeah, overall, highly recommend. They are super comfy. Cue the loud air conditioner again. So sorry about that. Like I said, I didn't film an intro or an outro, so here I am again. Thank you for watching my video. If you like it, you can subscribe. You know, I do shit like this too often. I don't have money to be doing it this often, but I do it anyways. So, I mean, if you could subscribe or stick around, that's cool. If not, if I'm not your jam, that's cool too. I'll see you around or I won't. Bye.